Coming soon to own on
YouTube and Twitch. Terrifyingly true urban legend stories. Now, obviously, I'm not going to know what's going on in here. We're going to get straight into it.
Creepy urban legends that turned out to be true. I think we all are familiar with what urban legends are, and honestly, I think it's the only scary thing I haven't talked about on this channel. I've done cryptids, I've done mythical creatures, I've done serial killers, I've done yokai, which is just Japanese cryptids, but I've never touched on urban legends specifically until today. Starting the list strong, we have Charlie No Face, also known as Green Man. As
Charlie Kirk? Yo, how Kirk making it in here?
the legend states, 4 teenagers were bored on a
Friday
Friday evening. They were driving around Pennsylvania and decided to give themselves a scare. They pulled off the highway and drove into a tunnel that was known as Green Man's Tunnel, and they turned off all of the lights in the vehicle and waited. Not long after, they heard footsteps approaching the vehicle, and shortly after, they saw what could only be described as a man with no eyes, no nose, and a deformed mouth looking directly at them. The boys quickly turned on the vehicle and drove away as fast as they can, never to return. As I'm assuming you gathered from the title of this video, this urban legend was true, or at least had a kernel of truth in it. Let me explain. His name was Raymond Theodore Robinson, and he was a disfigured man from—
Holy shit, what a fucking name. Raymond Theodore Robinson. Mr. RTE. RTR, nigga, he a fucking demon. This is the last thing you see before you get walked down.
Western Pennsylvania, who became an urban legend.
Oh, yep. I understand it. I would freak out too.
Due to his nighttime walking habit, Robinson was severely injured during an electrical accident during his childhood, and for that reason would avoid going out during the day and would only go on walks and spend time outside at night to avoid being seen by others and causing, in his words, a panic. I'm going to quickly address the irony, because although he was trying to be considerate in more or less of an unfortunate manner, because, you know, anybody's entitled to go outside. Like, he can enjoy life like everybody else, doesn't matter how you look. But I find it kind of hilarious that he was trying to be so considerate that he would only go at night, but for that same reason he just became an anomaly, because people driving down the highway at night would see a man with no face and either be terrified or not believe what they saw, and this happened so much that it literally caused an urban legend. Like, yeah, seeing a deformed guy is one thing, like, no worries, yeah, we all exist, no worries, but to see something like that on the side of the road at night is a completely different story.
And it's really fucked up, because it's like not consciously, but like he has to get over that, like, his emotions of being seen by people by walking at night, because he still wants to go outside. He still wants to do things, when it's like he just wants to be human, man. This shit fucked up. But then again, also, if I see you standing out there at nighttime when I'm driving, I'm going to freak out. At least if I don't know you're gonna be out there, I'm gonna freak out the first time. But yeah.
And it's kind of hilarious how that worked out. He became known locally as the Green Man, or Charlie No Face, and actually attracted curious tourists who heard the urban legend from neighboring cities. Unlike the legend, he does not live in a tunnel or chase people. He's actually a person that was well respected in his community and well liked by his family and neighbors. Charlie knew he was different and was trying to accommodate others by his appearance, which is honestly sad. And it's rather unfortunate how simply looking different can affect your life so deeply. This urban legend strikes me as a result of bullying, which is rather unfortunate. And Raymond honestly kind of seems like a G for trying to be so considerate, or maybe he just had extremely low self-esteem. But either way, this is the story of Charlie No Face and the truth behind it. Following that, we have an urban legend known as the body under the bed. The urban legend typically involves vacationing couples, newlyweds, or families at Disney, and the story goes something like this. These happy people that are on vacation will check into their hotel, they'll get their room key, they'll go in their hotel room, they'll drop off their bags, they'll notice an odd odor, but they are too excited because they're on vacation, they won't even care. They'll go enjoy a day, whatever they're doing with their—
Fuck that. Fuck that. I was about to say, I'm black and all, we don't play that, but realistically, no human should play that shit. You walk into your room and you smell something funky, regardless if it's a dead body or not. You're paying for this room. You should not have to put up with any funky smells as soon as you walk into the room. That should be like everybody thing. Like, that shouldn't be no black people shit. But if you smell some funky shit, hell no. First of all, we gotta find out what it is. Make sure niggas ain't leave food in here or some shit at first. Because obviously, you're not gonna really know what dead body smell like till you find it. Or really just smell it. But There's no way in hell, nigga. I'm leaving the room after this shit. I walk into it as soon as I check in and shit smell funky. Like I think my shit wasn't clean.
be Disney or at Hawaiian vacation, whatever the case may be. And that night they will come back to their room. Tired after a long day, they don't even notice the smell because they're exhausted. They lay in their bed and go to sleep. They wake up in the middle of the night, tossing and turning because their bed is so uncomfortable. And at this point, the smell is becoming unbearable. They turn on the lights to investigate. And at that point, they would be flipping over their mattress to see a decomposing body either in their mattress or below it. This urban legend, once again, sounds like a common campfire ghost story or something you tell your friends before they go on vacation. Check under the bed for bodies. But unfortunately, this chilling
Now that I think about it, like most like hotels and resorts I go to, you can't even get under the bed. It's got like those that shit blocked off.
tale, which has been confirmed in numerous newspaper reports, describes instances where hotels served as unknowing morgues for bodies decomposing
shit.
in the mattresses.
That's so fucking creepy. And I be seeing it be trending on TikTok. Niggas be playing around, like they be buying black trash bags and doing this, like they tape up the towels like this and put a foam cord around it as a joke. I don't be finding that shit funny sometimes. That
One
should be so
specific
fucked
incident
up.
in Atlantic City in 1999, guests slept on a mattress containing a body for an entire night. Similar confirmed cases have been reported in Colorado, Florida, Virginia, and other states, keeping the story alive
Not my state. Y'all stay safe though. Not mine.
of
Not
unsuspecting
us.
victims stumbling upon a gruesome crime scene in their own hotel room. The story is gruesome, gross, and scary, and the fact that this has happened more than once is crazy. I find this wild because if this happened once, I would say that this is grounds for urban legend / one of those crazy stories that just goes around. Like, one time is enough for this. But the fact that this has happened consistently, maybe not consistently, but at least multiple times all across the country is pretty wild. It's kind of like that Doofenshmirtz meme. It's like, if I had a nickel for every time there was a body under my bed, I'd have two, which isn't a lot, but it's, you get it. Okay, moving on. You know what? I'm just going to say it. As a kid, I did not like Phineas and Ferb. I know a lot of
Nigga, what? Oh, hold on. Hey, ref. Yeah, that's a fucking tech. What? Fuck you mean you don't like Phineas and Ferb? Oh my god. How you gonna reference the show and then the next sentence is, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I never fuck with this shit anyways. Holy shit.
kids liked it. I don't even think it was a bad show. I just thought it was annoying. I didn't like it. Candace
Annoying? The fuck? Besides Candace and probably not really just Candace is probably the only person who could be like considered annoying because they're always yelling, but nobody really else was yelling or were constantly repeating themselves and shit.
kind of bugged me. I didn't think Phineas and Ferb were that cool. I didn't like the art style. I'm
All right, I can understand the art style, but not thinking these niggas are cool. These niggas were building robots, writing tidal waves, surfing microbots, and looking for Frankenstein's brain and shit.
I'll just say it. Cancel me all you want. I didn't like Phineas and Ferb. Cancel me all you want. It's just an opinion. And if you're mad, here's a Doofenshmirtz impression. Because I did watch it. It was on TV. I just didn't like it.
Oh my god! And then this nigga going to do an impression of.
If I had a nickel for every time there is a... Okay, I don't. Let's move on. This next urban legend is known as accidental self-defenestration. If you watched my video about cities with dark histories, you would be familiar with defenestrations. But if you're not familiar...
Cities with dark histories.
Let's move on. This next urban with dark...
Again, what city in America got dark history niggas don't know about? I feel like America's one of those countries where like they try to hide it, but you know damn well they're not hiding that shit. So we know the truth. You can't hide no shit. None of that shit.
You would be familiar with defenestration.
The Japan, those type of countries, yeah, you can hide those dark histories. Yeah, you can't hide American dark history, nigga. We know all the fucked up shit y'all do.
But if you're not familiar, it's essentially the act of throwing someone out the window. Apparently, there's a specific verb for that. Now, this urban legend is actually close to home as it's based in Canada, specifically Toronto, Canada. And the legend goes...
See, I knew there was a reason. I knew there was a reason he didn't fuck with Phineas and Ferb. He's Canadian. It all makes sense now. Like, I had to piece it together. It's like, he's Canadian. I peep game.
Goes like this. During a meeting, a Canadian lawyer was showing off
I bet you his favorite show all-time number one is probably Total Drama. Which I fuck with Total Drama as well, but I'm just saying that's probably why you don't fuck with Phineas and Ferb.
His office on the top of the TD Centre in Toronto, Ontario. This lawyer was demonstrating to a group of prospects how the building's windows were shatterproof, and to enthusiastically prove his point, this lawyer
Oh, I heard this story before. The nigga kept running he kept running into the windows until one day he just fucking ran through the window.
threw himself against the window. And fortunately, the glass did not break. He was right. But unfortunately, the window dislodged from the frame, making the lawyer fall 24 stories to his death. I
Damn.
feel like this one may be more obscure, but I definitely remember hearing a story growing up about somebody testing the strength of a window only to die directly in front of the people they were showing their
Yep.
demonstration to. The craziest part about this urban legend is the fact that it's completely true. This urban legend is really a story based on Gary Hoy. Gary Hoy was a Canadian lawyer known for his tragic accident that occurred on July 9th, 1993
And he looked
at
like the nigga to
TD
try some
Centre
shit like
in
that.
Toronto, Ontario. And this is one of those rare instances where the urban legend, at least the stories that I've heard, are completely in line with the actual story. The accuracy of this folklore may simply be because I actually just heard the story when I was younger and it was told to me in a urban legend type of way. But if you're not from Canada or not near the Toronto area, if you've heard a similar story, let me know how that story went out, because I feel like the further away you get from the actual place of the incident, more or less of a game of telephone happens. Like, I can imagine if there's people in Florida telling a similar story, but instead of a lawyer, it's a doctor. Instead of the 24th floor, it's the 50th floor. And instead of showing off to students, he's showing off to his patient. Who knows? But if you've heard a variant of this urban legend, I'd love to hear it. And now you know that it's actually true. When it comes to urban legends and folklore, I think a lot of people have one or two that they wish was real. I wish this creature was real. I wish this story was real. But this next
Yeah.
entry is something that was very real. And I'm sure a lot of people wish
Really?
it wasn't. That being the Bunny Man. The Bunny Man is an
Bunny
urban
Man.
legend that originates from
Fuck no. Oh fuck no. Cause why the hell is he standing in front of? I already know this shit is an abandoned probably tunnel. Why the hell is a grown ass man in a bunny costume?
two incidents in Fairfax County, Virginia in 1970. But these stories
I always knew nothing good happens in Virginia. All that witchcraft and shit. Don't think we ain't forget the Salem trials. Yeah, y'all was burning bitches. I'm just keeping it a buck. That all that voodoo ain't never go away, nigga. Get
spread
back don't got a date on it. I'm just saying.
through the entire United States. The urban legend varies drastically depending on who's telling the story, but most involve a man wearing a rabbit costume attacking people with an axe or hatchet. They say fact is scarier than fiction, and in this case, it definitely is. Instead of me telling one or two of the variations of the Bunny Man urban legend, I'm gonna discuss the two actual police reports that spawned the Bunny Man urban legend. The first
Like, well, is he really that scary,
That's the
dude?
two actual police reports that spawned the Bunny Man
Like, is he really that scary? Or is he just paying homage to William Afton? That's the questions we have to ask here now. Think about it. Just saying. Afton had the suit. He got his suit. You know, it might not be a spring lock suit, but it's a suit. He has an axe. And from the looks of it, it sounds like he probably only attacked kids just like Afton. He might just be paying homage. You never
urban
know.
legend. The first incident was reported on the evening of October 19th, 1970. This incident was reported by U.S. Air Force Academy cadet Robert Bennett and his fiancée. At the time, they were visiting relatives on Guinea Road in Burke. Around midnight, while returning from a football game, they reportedly parked their car in a field on Guinea Road. They said they parked the car there to visit an uncle who lived across
Yeah, visit an uncle. Yeah, all right.
the street. As they returned from
Yeah, all right.
the football game and got back in their vehicle, while they were sitting in the front seat with the motor running, they noticed something moving behind the rear window. Moments later, the front passenger window was smashed and there was a figure wearing all white
fuck
standing
no.
near the broken window. Cadet Bennett instantly turned his car around in fear, and the man in all white screamed about trespassing. As the couple drove out of the field and into safety, they noticed that there was a hatchet laying on the floor of their car. This obviously is what smashed their window. The craziest part about this story is that when the police requested a description of the man, Cadet Bennett insisted that the man who smashed their window was wearing a full white suit with long bunny ears. Interestingly, the wife said that she didn't see bunny ears at all. She saw a tall white pointy hat, which
Oh, she saw me. She saw the The triple K's, nigga. She saw a different bunny suit.
Could definitely be something. But they both saw a man in all white wielding an axe. The second police report happened only 10 days later on October 29th, 1970. A construction security worker, Paul Phillips, approached a man standing on the porch of an unfinished home, again on Guinea Road. Paul Phillips said that the man was wearing a black, gray, and white bunny costume. The man in the bunny costume began chopping the porch with a single-handed axe, saying, "You're trespassing. If you come any closer, I'll chop your head off." The security guard reasonably left after being threatened.
I feel like, bro, that's the dangerous side of like, not the dangerous, but it's a dangerous side of like being a construction worker. You gotta deal with crazy niggas and homeless people. Like they gonna start drifting over to your shit while you're building it. They're gonna walk up all over your shit. And you got niggas gonna settle inside the house. You gotta kick them out. That's a hard. That's not easy.
And by a man with an axe and bunny costume. And of course, he contacted the police. But interestingly, in both of these incidents, both cases were closed due to lack of evidence. But in the following weeks, over 50 people contacted the police claiming they have seen Bunny Man, which is interesting to say the least. Keep in mind, these are the real accounts. The urban legends are more or less, oh, if you go to Bunnyman Bridge at midnight, you'll see him. But during the 1970s, people did see him, and they almost died at his hands. I still think anybody who encountered the Bunny Man was pretty fortunate, at least because at that point, they didn't have Phineas and Ferb, so at least they
Alright, bitch.
weren't subjected to that torture.
Torture? Alright, bitch. Watch out.
I'm kidding. It was a fine show. I just didn't think it was great. But if you did make it to this part of the video, comment who's Candace to confuse people who haven't made it this far yet. And with that, bros, I'm gonna end it here. Thank you so much for watching this video.
Nah, I feel like the Bunny Man shit is definitely believable because, 2016, we had our own version of that. We had people dressing up as clowns, trying to act like killer clowns, wielding like big ass knives, some of them wielding machetes. So I definitely believe that. He might have been an actual deranged person going through a lot in his mind, or he might have been on a shitload of ketamine. I guess we'll never know. With that being said, that was terrifying, true urban legends. Let me know how you feel about that down below. That being said, I'll see y'all boys later, though.
I'm not trying to score. Your heart's an open door. I got the key. I'm trying to keep composure and some more. I know you want some more. Can your body hear me? Want you to feel me?